Welcome back, Queen, to the Free and Fully Expressed podcast, the space where we strip away the masks, shatter the illusions, and spiral home to who we've always been. I'm Jackie.A, your shamanic soul guide, mama of three, and your reminder that you are never here to earn love by shrinking or performing. You are always here to embody love and radiate it freely. Today's episode is one that's going to hit deep. We're going to talk about unlearning the performance for love. Because if you've ever found yourself twisting, shape-shifting, overgiving, or dimming just to be loved, approved of, or chosen, you're not alone. I've been there. Most of us have. But what I want to explore with you today is what happens when you stop performing and start reclaiming. This episode is not just about relationships, it's about every space in your life where you've traded authenticity for approval. So let me tell you a story. For years, I performed for love without even realizing it. I wore the good girl mask. I wore the perfect mom mask. I wore the responsible one mask. I was the one who would hold it all together no matter the cost. The one who would do anything to avoid rocking the boat. The one who would rather swallow her own truth than risk losing the connection. And it looks so noble on the outside, right? She's dependable, she's strong, she's selfless. But inside I was exhausted, I was resentful, and I was disappearing piece by piece. The performance for love is sneaky. It doesn't always look like begging. Sometimes it looks like overfunctioning. Sometimes it looks like staying silent. And sometimes it looks like carrying everyone else's mess just to feel needed. The turning point for me came when I realized every time I performed for love, I was abandoning myself. And the most heartbreaking part was no one even noticed the performance but me. So let's break this down. The performance for love is a survival script that most of us were handed in childhood. We learned, if I'm easy, I'll be loved. If I don't have needs, they'll keep me. If I'm perfect, I won't be abandoned. If I'm happy, if I make them happy, I'll finally feel enough. But here's the truth. Performance doesn't create real love. It creates conditional acceptance. Performance teaches people to love your mask, not your wholeness. Performance keeps you locked in survival, not your sovereignty. And when you perform for love, you tell your system, my true self isn't safe. My authentic expression is not lovable. And that becomes the cage you live in. But Queen, cages are meant to be broken. So what does it look like to unlearn the performance for love? It looks like allowing your anger, your sadness, your joy, your desire to exist without editing. It looks like setting boundaries even when your voice shakes. It looks like letting people misunderstand you and choosing to be real. It looks like claiming your worth without applause, without a gold star, and without a good girl pat on the head. Unlearning performance is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. And every time you feel that old urge to shrink, to fix, to smooth things over, you choose differently. It's messy, it's raw, and sometimes it feels terrifying. But every time you choose your authenticity over performance, you reclaim a piece of your soul again. So let's anchor this into your body now. If you are in a safe place, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out with a sigh. Think of a moment where you caught yourself performing for love. Maybe you stayed quiet when you wanted to speak. Maybe you said yes when your body was screaming no. Maybe you smiled when you wanted to cry. Just feel where that memory sits in your body. Notice the tightness, the contraction. And now place your hand on your heart and whisper, I don't need to perform for love. My truth is safe here. Love that requires me to abandon myself is not love. Just breathe into this space, where that contraction is, and just imagine it softening and opening. And maybe you feel resistance as you hear me saying that. That's okay. That's perfect. That's beautiful. This is the initiation, the start of the awareness of what's being held. Now picture yourself choosing differently, saying the words or setting the boundary, allowing the tears, whatever you felt called to do, but you held back. Feel how much freer your body does when you stop performing and you allow yourself to be real, raw in the moment. Anchor that into yourselves, because this is what reclaiming feels like. And now bring your awareness back into this present space here by taking a deep breath, anchoring back in to this present moment. And here is this week's reflection prompts after this little exercise. I want you to play with these soul prompts this week. Where in my life am I still performing for love or approval? Second one, what mask am I most afraid to take off? And what truth is being held underneath? And last but not least, what shift would I stop performing and trust, if I could trust that my authentic expression, my authentic self is enough? Queen, here's the truth. Love doesn't require a performance. Love requires presence. And you are not put here to audition. You are put here to embody. So this week, notice the little moments. Notice when your body contracts, when your voice hides, if your truth gets swallowed. And instead of performing, pause. Place a hand on your heart and remember, your truth is love. Your presence is medicine. If today's episode stirred something in you, please share it with your sisters. Let's end an era of performance and begin the era of embodiment. And if you are ready to take this work deeper, to truly unlearn the patterns that kept you small and step into your full radiance, come join me inside of Reclaim Your Queen. This is where the performance ends and the embodiment begins. Until next time, remember, you are never here to perform for love. You are always here to be love.